Onomatopoeia is a funny thing. Saying or writing the sound a cat makes is meow in English, meow in Swedish, while in Japan they think cats say nyan. And in this Atlas-made game about cats, they use that to make a delicious pun. This is New York Nyankies. Dubbed Rockin Kats in the West, a title without a pun but instead has the cool K in the title, is a cute but difficult platformer. You play as a blue and white cat in a hat named Willy, who has a gun that in a classic cartoony manner shoots an extendable boxing glove to punch enemies, as well as attach to things. Instead of a standard menu or stage select, this game lets you select the stage you want to play via the channels on a television. Number 5 is locked out though, to keep you from skipping right to the last stage. Interestingly enough, stage 4 isn't harder than stage 1, or the others by default design. Instead, each stage will get increasingly harder with every stage you beat, with more enemies added in. Definitely a unique feature. On the television there is also a S and a B channel. S means shop, where you can buy weapons and items with money that you collect during the stages, such as a hammer punch and jet sneakers. They vary in usefulness, but none are absolutely crucial. You can get by with your default boxing glove. And like Mitsumi Gatoru and other games, for some reason the 1-up is the most expensive item. Why? You're bound to lose a life or two anyway playing a level over and over to get the money you need, so what's the point? On the B channel you can play any of 3 bonus games for money in order to get money, or an extra life. There's roulette, basketball and pipe toss. I don't give a toss about roulette, too random, but both basketball and pipe toss are fairly enjoyable. So as you play the game you'll notice the good graphics, nice music and that all the enemies are made up of either mice, rats or dogs. This game is actually surprisingly complex with its control, so you can punch enemies like normal, punch objects to bounce yourself into enemies, or even hold the glove out and catch items in it to throw at enemies. Moving around is also more flexible than your average game. Your extendo glove can latch onto the fronts of buildings and lampposts and such, and then by pressing B again, you start spinning right round. Depending on when you press B again to let go, you fly off spinning, which you can use as transportation or even as an attack. Another move is punching the ground to bounce upward. This takes some getting used to, but in general it's satisfying to get around in the game. I did say before that the game is difficult. Part of that is the enjoyable kind of difficult, where you need to learn how to best get around, but it's also pretty easy to fuck up, and the enemies can be pretty annoying as well. The first stage has these little red rats in overcoats, making them look like flashers. They attach to you if they get close. There's a stage where you're on a flying plane, which reminds me a lot of Sonic 2, and you have to dodge incoming stuff while attacking enemies, which isn't easy with such a tiny foothold. 5 hearts looks like a lot, but they go by pretty fast. The stages are quite varied with the aforementioned plane bit. You start out in the city, but there's also an amusement park with a haunted house / graveyard and an old west town complete with Indians. New York Nyankies is a platformer with style, but it'll also challenge you both with using its many weapons and moves, as well as handling all the enemies and cleverly laid out stages. New York Nyankies is for game lovers as well as cat lovers.